These are images supporting the second week of infield training in the Maaji district, northern Uganda, with South Sudanese refugees. We ran, Sector 39, supported by Norwegian Refugee Council, ran a 12-day intensive permaculture training course for refugees and host community people in June of this year. There were 40 people. We're now working with teams to support them. You'll see our team members in the lovely green jerseys. Support the farmers not only to establish their own sort of little mini permaculture plots, but also to reach out and each one to support 5 other people from their community to kind of do the same. So we've got training trainers to train trainers. It's a sort of ongoing enablement process. What you're seeing here is the team members receiving seeds. They're getting their tree seedlings and seeds, and the first of the sort of mini livestock. So a few chickens to start off kind of small holding, and they've all been trained in permaculture, and the idea is to use permaculture techniques firstly to sort of make themselves more resilient and empowered, and then in a way in which they then themselves can go on and train other people to do the same. What you're seeing here is our team working with growing strategies basically about reducing evaporation, increasing rainwater infiltration, and doing sort of biologically diverse organic approaches to gardening, growing through systems thinking designed by permaculture. Of the many different initiatives that we've involved people in thinking about, whether it's tree guilds and polycropping and diversification, making compost, using raised beds, using mulch. Even for a lot of people, that whole sort of horticulture thing is a whole new thing for them. But also then integrating this together with energy efficient stoves, thinking about how to manage the landscape, how to diversify yields, trap water, build fertile soils. I think we're seeing some fruit tree planting, grafting. This is compost making. Encouraging people to really value the organic matter that's there and to use it as a tool to increase the fertility of the land and water infiltration. Here's Pasqueen. She's one of our trainees. She's now already training and supporting people in field. These are planting trees, being protected from goats, sack gardens. We're really encouraging people to innovate within a framework of understanding that is explained by permaculture. It's more holistic, it's more integrated, it makes the most of available resources. So this is a thermal mass rocket stove, so an accelerated combustion. You get wood to burn very fast and very hot, and then you soak the energy up into the mass of the stove, and you get something that's smoke free and much more efficient than just an open fire. These are mulch beds, circle gardens we call them. It's again just a strategy to capture rainwater, increase infiltration, and challenging people to see how much mulch they can get on the ground, how much organic matter can they return to the ground, increase soil carbon, increase percolation of rainwater. This is Gerald Jagway. He's a kind of team leader. These beautifully shaded nursery beds for sprouting the seedlings that the kids have been, the participants have been provided with. Integrating tree crops into other crops, diversification, adding shade, different yields, just exploring other different possibilities. Challenging people to use design, to use more integrated approaches. So here we're using leguminous ground cover plants, fixing nitrogen to establish better soils that we can then grow fruit trees in. People are already using the fuel efficient stoves that we've designed and worked with them. It's fantastic to see individual innovation and people taking pride in what they're doing, putting the Sector 39 logo on their stoves. And this is and these last few photos are back at the training centre. This is a place called Maaji, where we ran our initial training course for 40 participants, and also where we started example of all the different techniques that we're training, so that we're teaching. So we started a compost heap, supporting some cultivation of the land. When we first got to the training centre, it hadn't really occurred to people. People hadn't felt empowered to really start cultivating the land, and now the people at the centre are now joining together with our training team. So this is really exciting, because it then enables us to use the new Maaji Training Centre, Vocational Training Centre, as a demonstration site. It's already geared up to do the training, and now suddenly we've got a nice, heavily mulched, nicely profiled permaculture raised beds in sight. We've got we've initiated a variety of different things already at the training centre, so it's really, really exciting to see that all moving forward. We've got a small tree nursery, we're passing on seedlings, and anyway, so that's where we're at as we come to the end of the phase 1 part of the training program, and it is now the 1st of August.